Hello guys and welcome to another lap time challenge video, and in this one we got the high speed ring with this Mazda LM55. So one of the cars that I really didn't drive that much in GT7. I drove it like a couple of times in GT Sport, but it's not very competitive Group 1, so I don't think anyone really drives this car. So we got it in the lap time challenge and we need to use this car. So the first thing that I can do is I need to watch the replay from the fastest guy out there. This is how I usually started, as you probably already know, and I'm just trying to follow, okay, where is he braking, how much is he braking, what is he doing exactly, what are the points that I need to address, and like a couple of things that I really wanna see before I get going. So the first sector was really good. At this point I really didn't know how good it actually was, but this track, only a couple of braking points. I think you got 1, 2, 3. I think it's like 3 braking points and another one where you just need to lift a little bit, and this is this one. So it's about a lift at about 75-80%, and that's about it. So this is the whole lap, it's not even a minute. So 54.4 that he did. And you know, as probably the title of this video suggests, it took me just one lap to get it. So initially I started from the last corner. If you want to get a better lap time, I do suggest taking just one lap around the track to get the speed on the straight, and then you can go. You will get at least a 10.5 on the straight. So it was my first lap. I really didn't think too much about it. It's 8th gear. I mean, it's a corner. I mean, no lifting. What can you do? I mean, there is really nothing much that you can do. 50-meter sign. This is where I turned in. I kind of turned in properly, but I'd say you can turn in a little bit better than that. You can brake later, but it was 22.5, so about 3/10 slower than Manu's time. And this section was probably the only technical section around the track. I kind of missed a couple of gear shifts. I was going on and off from 4th to 5th gear, but eventually I found out that you need to get out of this corner in 6th gear, which I didn't do. And about this one, it's just a little lift that I had to do. It was, from my part, it was just a little lift, and then I kind of tapped the wall there, but it was still a fairly decent exit speed, and I got myself into 55.5. And I thought, okay, is this the gold? And it actually was the gold. It was better than the gold. I was actually in the gold by quite a lot. So we got still 1 whole %, and I figured out in the end, if someone does a better lap time, it will still, basically, if you do a 54.0 and the world record is 54.0, someone needs to do a 55.6 and it's still going to be a gold. So I think anyone could do it. Might be the easiest one so far. And I tried like a couple more times, and of course you get a 3-second penalty by hitting the wall. And then this hit me. So I kind of figured out what I had to do, what I had to do around the track to eventually get this one. A lap in, then you get a little bit more speed on the straight, as I said before, and you can see how easy is that. So you just need to speed on the straight, and just like that, it's a 10th. Not even, I would say close to a 10th. So here, 6th gear, you can go a little bit wider, you can brake slightly later, but we can see that later. And it was at 22.4, slightly wider now. I mean, you can go even wider, not even touching this curb on the entry, but you know, I just took my own lines. I really didn't care too much about it because it was already a gold. I just wanted to do like a couple of laps to improve my time to eventually secure that gold, so I don't have to worry about it. But I don't know, if anyone does a 54.0, this is still gonna be in the gold. So guys, if you do something like this, it's still gonna be good. You don't have to do another one. So I think with a 55.5 you're still safe. And it was a 54.8 in the end, and I was quite surprised on how I did that lap. And in the end, as usual, we do a little analysis. I mean, there is really nothing much that I can do here. And yeah, you can see that he is slightly braking later than I am braking, just a tiny bit, and he's using a lot more of this green stuff on the right and a little bit of a wider line. Not gonna lie, I will try that later. I really want to see if that works or not, but you have to be very, I would say, very precise on braking, otherwise this is not going to work. This car is going really fast, and you need to have very quick reaction times if you want to make this. So wider lines seem to work. I couldn't believe it, but it's actually, wider lines work better. And just outside of this corner he's using 6th, a little bit quicker than I am, and of course carrying more speed. And just about this one, and I realized that you have to lift before you enter the corner. Otherwise, if you lift in the middle of the corner or at the exit, you're just going to lose a lot of time on the way out, which in the end isn't really going to get you anything on the straight. So I would say brake. If you need to brake, I mean, you can brake maybe 10 to 15%, but it's just a little lift at about 75%. And it was 146th place in the world. I literally did like 10 laps in the circuit, so that was pretty much it about this one. One of the easiest one. I think it's easily a gold, easily 2 million credits. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, you can always hit a like button, or you might even want to subscribe. So until the next time, bye.